Hey, this is Eric from the Backcountry Chefs. Today we have a fun episode for you. We're going to make a killer elk burger with a side of steak fries flavored with some black truffle oil and Parmesan. I love a good burger, and today we're going to be using ground elk from our recent Southern Colorado hunt for it. And we also showed you how to make your own grind a few episodes back, so go check it out. First thing we're going to make today for our tasty burger is our oven roasted tomatoes. We just take a couple Roma tomatoes. We're going to cut those in half. Going to cut off just the little end core, and then we're going to scrape them out. So you just take a spoon and scrape out the seeds and ribs. That way they dry out real well. Go. Scrape that one out. One more. And we're just going to flavor those simply with some olive oil, salt, pepper, and a little bit of balsamic vinegar. So we're just going to put those on a sheet tray. I'm going to hit them with a little bit of olive oil, just a drizzle. Take your balsamic vinegar, and also just a little drizzle. You don't need much. And then we're going to hit it with just a little sprinkle of salt. A little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. And then we're going to cook those in the oven, 350 degrees, probably about 20 minutes. They could take up to 25, just kind of low and slow. Just trying to dry them out and make those flavors concentrate. Another secret weapon to making a tasty burger is your condiments. So I'm going to make a herb mayo today. Super easy to make. You can store this in the fridge for a couple weeks afterwards. Use it on sandwiches or anything else you might fancy. So I'll start with a cup of mayonnaise. I pre-cut julienne some basil. So I got like 2 tablespoons of basil there, 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley, 1 clove of garlic finely minced, like a heaping tablespoon of Dijon mustard, and a teaspoon of hot sauce, and then half a lemon. I probably won't squeeze all that lemon out. We're just going to add all that together. So we're adding our Dijon and our hot sauce to our cup of mayonnaise. Going to add our fresh basil, fresh parsley, and then squeeze our lemon in there. Probably about half is plenty. And don't get any seeds in there. And then we're just gonna mix that up. So super easy. You get a really herbaceous, tasty mayo that's gonna add a real nice pop to your elk burger. All right, we can just put that in the fridge and then wait for our burger. All right, our tomatoes are all done. You can see the flavors are nicely concentrated in there. I went another 3 minutes, so about 28 minutes. We're gonna set these aside and just let them sit out at room temperature, and then make our delicious black truffle fries. All right, we're ready to get started on our baked black truffle fries. One of the reasons I love baking steak fries instead of frying them is just so much less messy and a lot healthier for you. So just taking 2 baker potatoes, we're gonna cut them into 8s. So cut them in half, half, then half again. We're gonna put those in a bowl over here. Do the same for this one. Put them in a bowl. And then the last one. I'm gonna do 2 potatoes, even though that's a little extra. They taste so good. I wanna have a few extra on there. And we're gonna cook these really simply. We're just gonna add a little bit of olive oil to them and just a touch of kosher salt. And then clearly we will season them more heavily after they come out of the oven. I like to cook these a lot hotter. So 420 degrees. And I'm gonna guess about 35 minutes on these, somewhere around there. So just spread them out. I put them on their the back side like this so the flesh gets cooked and crispy. And that should do it. So 420 degrees, about 35 minutes. Should do it. All right, we got about 10 to 12 minutes left on our fries, so it's time to get to the meat of the matter, no pun intended. We're gonna get started with our elk burger. One thing to note, we are backcountry chefs, we're focused on wild game, but if you don't have access to wild game, you of course could use ground bison for this, you could use ground beef, Wagyu beef, whatever you have, it'll work perfectly. So we got about an 8-ounce patty here. We have got our cast iron skillet. I love cooking a burger in a cast iron skillet, carries the heat really well, gets a good sear on it. We're just gonna season this about 8-ounce elk burger with some kosher salt and fresh cracked black pepper. A little generous on the pepper, and just get that started in our pan. We're gonna cook this for about 3 to 4 minutes aside. And by the time this is done, it'll be about time for our fries to be done. We'll toss those together and assemble the burger. All right, it's been about 4 minutes, so we're gonna season the other side and then give this a flip. Cook it another 3. Boy, that looks delicious. See how we got a nice, good sear on that? That's what I love about cooking this in the cast iron. While our burger finishes up for the last few minutes, we're gonna go ahead and add our blue cheese on there. I got a really special blue cheese, Point Reyes blue cheese. I love it. Super unctuous, delicious. It's gonna be great on this burger. Just pile that on there a little bit. Let that cook for the last minute, and then we're gonna let it rest while we cook our bun and assemble our French fries. All right, I think we're ready. We're going to let this burger rest for a couple of minutes. While that's resting, we're gonna toast our bun. So we'll just use it right in the same pan using the ground elk to season it up. Let that cook for, I don't know, 45 seconds to a minute, which ought to be good. And then we'll be ready to assemble our fries and assemble the burger. So we have our herb mayo. I'm gonna put a little bit of that on the top and the bottom. Be generous with it, it's super tasty. We're gonna add some arugula to this to kind of cut through the fat of the burger. So arugula's got a nice peppery bite. Simply just baby arugula. We're gonna add a little bit of lemon juice to it, about 1 squeeze, and just a little bit of salt, a little bit of fresh cracked pepper. Just gonna mix that up together. I like to put my roasted tomatoes on the bottom of the bun. That way they don't fall off. Gonna put our elk burger on top of the blue cheese. Gonna make a nice, healthy portion of our, wait, got one more addition to this I wanna add to it. That addition I was talking about, we're gonna add some green and Kalamata olives to this, slice them up, kind of thin. Gonna add that to our arugula. Couldn't get that out right. Then we're just gonna stir that up and put that right on top of our burger. Healthy portion. That peppery bite will cut through the fatness of the mayonnaise and the ground elk. All right, now we just gotta put our fries together and we're ready to roll. All right, we're ready to close the show. We have our steak fries all ready to go. They're nice and crispy, all done. We're gonna add a little bit of black truffle oil. You can buy this on the internet. You don't need a lot of this because it's really strong, so we'll just put a few drops in there. That ought to be good. We're gonna add a little more salt to this. Gonna add some fresh cracked pepper. Then the coup de grace, we're gonna add some fresh grated Parmesan to this. Be generous on this. Gonna be really tasty. Add that. And we're gonna add some fresh chopped parsley. Finish it up. And then we're just going to toss those together. Cover those up. That cheese will start to melt on there. All right, looks like we're ready. Put us a side of those on our deal. There you have it. Tasty ground elk burger with black truffle and Parmesan fries, a little bit of arugula and olive garnish with some herb, lemon, mayo, and oven-dried tomatoes. Let's see how she is. Damn, Gina, that's delicious. I hope you give it a try. We really hope you enjoyed this episode of the Backcountry Chefs. Please hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and share with your friends. We'll be back soon with more adventures and more cooking on the Backcountry Chefs.